bitch.
Extra honest, extra unbiased, but a little bit shady. Go ahead, like and subscribe.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is 𝘧𝘢, and you're here to be extra with 𝘧𝘢. If you're new to my channel, I must let you know that I blog about beauty pageants yearly and talk to you guys about my extra honest, extra unbiased opinions about the queens. And today, you guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about something that I usually don't do, which is politics, intertwined with the beauty pageant world / Miss Universe. So obviously we're going to be talking about Miss Universe 2025, Victoria being in Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, which I've been to recently. My best friend lives there, you guys. Hey, you guys, Rudy, my best friend. You guys know Rudy. You guys been on my Instagram. He lives there. Shout out. Hey, Rudy. How you doing? And then also Victoria attending the inauguration of our current president, Donald J. Trump. So if you're ready to get uncomfortable, then hey, stay tuned. And if not, give it a like and subscribe and then move on. I can understand that politics is a very polarizing topic, but we got someone, hey, look, we've got to talk about it, okay? Don't avoid it. Let's talk about it. Let's go. So if you haven't been keeping up with the current Miss Universe 2025 or 24, Victoria, I don't blame you. She's very boring. I don't follow her either. So the whole topic of her being at the inauguration of Donald J. Trump has divided many fans, you guys. So I'm just here to brief you a little bit of what she did. She is still in Washington, D.C. She arrived in Washington, D.C. again, as you guys know, in the beginning of January. Or no, it was in November when she was in Washington, D.C. So I guess maybe that was probably when they were like preparing or inviting her or something like that. I don't know, you guys. I don't really care. All I know is that she showed up to Washington, D.C. over the weekend, and she said there's something exciting that's going to happen, which I guess that's her attending the Hispanic inaugural ball. So nothing screams Hispanic by bringing a blonde and blue-eyed queen, okay? But I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. 𝘧𝘢𝘱𝘱𝘺 he has a lot of ties with, I guess, Latino Americans. So it only makes sense for him to drag her sugar baby around with him in Washington, D.C., okay? It's really uncomfortable, you guys. Him just like following her around, it's really creepy. No, I'm not kidding, you guys. No, seriously, it's creepy that he's like following her around, honestly. So she was there, and then what really divided, and so the speculation is obviously that she's there for the inauguration of Donald Trump. There's no reason why she would be in Washington, D.C. I mean, she doesn't strike me as somebody who's very politically involved or active or has any interest in politics or anything. I mean, she seems like a queen that has no substance. Sorry to say that, based on her performance during Miss Universe and just her, researching and understanding who she is. She doesn't strike me as somebody who is concerned about politics, honestly. So I have no clue why she was there. So it only made sense that she was going to be there because she's going to be there for the inauguration of Donald Trump. Where all the sugar daddies are, okay, including 𝘧𝘢𝘱𝘱𝘺. So she was there, and you guys, she wore that outfit Melania wore from 2017 in a blush color. It's cute. Sure, whatever. So I mean, why is she even there, you guys? I really don't understand why Victoria was there. She has no business being there. Again, the biggest problem for me is not her being there. Now, I understand that people might be upset because what Donald Trump represents in terms of, what the media has created or surrounding Donald Trump, who he is as an individual, as a misogynist, and as somebody who is racist and stuff like that. Now, I don't believe any of that to be true. I do believe that mainstream media tend to kind of like sensationalize some of these things to, to ensure that he doesn't win the presidency and stuff like that. It's politics, you guys. I mean, before he became president, he had really good relationship with minorities as well as women. So I don't believe that he's a misogynistic person. However, I do believe that the party and a lot of his supporters are a bit misogynistic and anti-LGBTQ, homophobe, transphobic. I believe that. I don't think Donald Trump is, but the party that he belongs to or he's representing are. Well, now I don't care which political spectrum you fall into. I'm really open-minded. I actually sort of figured that he was going to win just because how liberal the United States has been, or just the world in general has been. And I think there's a pushback against that because, people enjoy traditional things as well. So please don't judge me if it seems like I'm favoring one side or another. I don't care if you're a conservative or a liberal. I really don't. I really don't. I'm really open and I understand people's perspective from many sides. And honestly, my issue is not she's there at the Trump inauguration and what the Trump administration and his supporters represent. Not that at all, because I've met many Trump supporters that are both gay and straight and whatever spectrum of life they come from, and I've had nothing but like good relationship with them. Again, I'm very I don't reject people just because they believe one way or another. I actually like to be around people who have different perspective as I do, because that way I'm able to sort of learn from them and why they believe the way they believe, and and perhaps they can kind of learn a little bit about me and being a trans minority. Like, I would like them to know that like not all trans people are the way they depict them on the media and stuff like that. But anyway, that's another topic that we can talk about later on. But to me, ultimately, what I'm really upset about is the organization not understanding their audience. Again, the Miss Universe organization is so detached from their audience. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys who the audience of Miss Universe or pageant in general. It's like 40% women and 60% gay boys. Okay, we know that. Okay. Hello. So it's like, again, these people don't understand who their audiences are. Look, the truth is, there's going to be there's going to be a huge numbers of people that are going to find this offensive, because yes, a lot of women and LGBTQ men are against Trump and what his supporters believe in, you know what I mean, and how they perceive his administration. So it will offend them. And for their queen, their Miss Universe queen, and for an organization that stands for something that's like, for instance, women empowerment and empowering individuals that are oppressed, that doesn't sit well with these audiences. Again, I have no problem with like people believing what they want to believe. I'm just talking about like the organization, how they do not understand their audience. I mean, starting from the time that they decided that they weren't going to have like an evening gown competition, knowing well enough that the audience that's what they look forward to, and then you take that away. So I feel like it's the same here, where it's like, girl, like, you're not gonna like have your current Miss Universe stand in front of like Donald Trump's speech, the monitor, while Donald Trump is giving his speech. And just think about like the fans of the Miss Universe that could be offended by that. Now, I say that because I'm not saying that like, oh, get a grip, don't be so sensitive. She can do whatever she wants because that's what women empowerment is, the freedom to choose to who you want to support. Which note, I don't even think she supports Trump. She's just there because the organization forced her to. You know what I mean? It's her duty. So but again, it's ultimately I believe that they shouldn't have sent her because it will offend many of the Miss Universe organization's audience, and I think that's really important to continue to alienate many of the fans, many of the audience, you guys, because you have to again stand strongly and firmly with that women empowerment message. You cannot be empowering them and then do something else that's in contradiction of that. And then this kind of just adds to that other controversy, that ridiculous, stupid, dumb woman, 𝘧𝐬𝐬𝐬, when she mentioned that being blonde and blue eyes is the ultimate evolution. Like, are you serious? Because you know who would agree with that? Hitler. No, seriously, that's exactly what Hitler wanted in this world. Blonde and blue eyes, because that was the perfect race according to Hitler. So I feel like, again, not understanding who your audience are, it's absolutely going to like ruin Miss Universe because they're not understanding who the audience are, you guys. They're just kind of like have these agenda for Miss Universe Victoria that really might damage her reputation in the future. I mean, the very fact that she's going to be associated with that comment, the evolution comment, which gives kind of like this Nazi Hitler vision vibe. And then now she goes to Trump's inauguration, which Trump is not, evil like Hitler. I will say that, okay? Don't hate me, liberal people over there, okay? What I like about Trump is he's very anti-government, and so am I in many ways. And I just feel like Victoria is gonna reap the backlash like later on in life, you know what I mean? So I just feel bad for her because she's gonna be caught in the middle of all of this controversial topics that she might not be able to defend later on. And so to me, ultimately, she has no business in being there. So I don't even know why they took her to the inauguration of Donald Trump. So it's so important that like they need to surround Raul Rocha and the 𝘧𝐬𝐬𝐬 with individuals that's going to tell them like, you know what, that's a bad idea because the audience will not respond to that. Yes, I get it. She should be able to do whatever she wants. That's women in power. But ultimately, she's representing an organization, and also the organization needs to represent their audience. And this is not representative of the audience. And I mean, there were so many people like offended to the fact that she's there, and it's like spitting on women empowerment to them, not to me, you guys. I don't think she's spitting on women empowerment. I wouldn't go that far. But there's many fans that are offended by that because you're supposed to be raising that flag for the women who are oftentimes have no voice because they're silenced by the government, like regime governments, like I wouldn't say that's something Trump is doing, but that's definitely the narrative. And unfortunately, like there are some behavior that Trump has displayed that can be a little bit misogynistic, you know what I mean? So again, nothing against Trump or his supporters, but to me, it's just like, it's going to hurt. I feel like it's going to hurt the brand, honestly. And again, it's going to offend many viewers that are not aligned with the Trump agenda, that the Republican agenda, the conservative agenda. So, like we can go on and talk about it, but I think in conclusion, Miss Universe leaders are ruining the brand of Miss Universe. And again, just the audience, like the audience are the most important thing to ensure that the brand is not destroyed. And I feel like the brand is the the audiences are like losing their interest, or losing their interest in supporting the organization or the queen in her, because she is representing the organization too. They're losing their interest in supporting the organization and the queen, because it seems like they're not it seems like there is this a disconnect now between the ones that are like leading the organization, you know, and the audience. So it's really, really unfortunate. All right. Well, how did that come off, you guys? Were you guys scratching your head and stuff? How did I communicate that, you guys? Was that uncomfortable? Anyway, you guys, I was really scared talking about this topic because I know I don't like mixing politics and pageantry. It's just, to me, I just never wanted to, unless it's for question and answer, sure, But I'm not against Victoria being at the inauguration. Sure, she has, as a woman, she has obviously all the right to do whatever she please. It's your freedom to choose. But again, she's representing an organization, and that organization stands for women empowerment. And also, that organization has a huge fan base of made up of a bunch of queens, a bunch of LGBTQ queens out there. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I don't think Trump is anti any of those. I think his party and a lot of his supporters are, and not all of them, obviously, but a lot of them are. And I feel like it's such I don't know, like a betrayal, I think, a little bit. I think it's a betrayal of like her being there betrays the audience a little bit, and that's unfortunate because I have some people who like DM me and stuff like that. Oh my God, Dill, what do you think of her being there? How dare her? That are like slightly offended by the very fact that she's there. And to those people that are offended that she's there, don't take it so like, so seriously. It's not that serious, you guys. She probably doesn't believe in everything Trump or the party believes in. I'm sure she was just there for her responsibility, or she was asked to be there or something like that, So don't take it so seriously. And because people, unfortunately, like we all believe in different things. So that's a good thing, actually. Not unfortunately, fortunately, it's good that we all have our own perspectives and philosophies that we follow in life. So I just hope that people can, I don't know, find common ground with each other. But to me, my biggest, again, as I mentioned, the biggest problem is that she is representing a brand, and that brand is supposed to represent women empowerment. And again, that this brand is supported by many LGBTQ individuals, so therefore it is a little bit like a contradiction. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. That's what happened the last couple of days. People are talking about the very fact that she was at the inauguration. So good for you, girl. I mean, being at the inauguration, it's a big thing. It is an honor to be part of this historic moment. So congratulations to the new president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. Please fix the prices, fix the inflations, and lower those gas prices immediately, and their grocery prices, because bitches, I'm gonna go broke. A lot of people are gonna go broke with these high ass prices. And then again, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I mean, can I be cordial? Jeez, So hopefully none of you guys unsubscribe because I'm talking about this. So again, just don't take it too seriously, you guys. But God, this is a hard topic to talk about, you guys. Like, I don't know if I should go this way or that way, or but this is my opinion, and hopefully that none of you guys get offended by it. So, all right, you guys, that's about it. Thank you so much for listening to my rant. And what did you guys think about Miss Universe 2024 Victoria being at the inaugural? What's your thought on that? And what is your thought on like the very fact that they represent this sort of like women empowerment, but yet attend this, I guess, an inauguration that represents complete opposite. Um, let me know your thoughts in the comment box, and you guys, and let's have a peaceful conversation, perhaps. All right, guys, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And as always, stay beautiful and stay extra. Bye, guys.